In this video, I want to talk to you about really going with the flow, flowing with the ocean, and letting the universe bring to you your greatest destiny. What really fits in your path. What I'm talking about here is like we're all just like water, you know? Like, I know it sounds weird. It sounds kind of like out there or like some crazy stuff. It can. But think of it like 70% of you is water. And energy flows. Purpose flows. Everything in this life is a pattern. And everything is perfectly timed and aligned. Like, I don't know if you notice this, but there's no such thing as coincidence. Maybe sometimes you're thinking of a certain person and they call you right then. Alright? Or maybe just everything in a day seems to just fit so perfectly. You don't have to know what you want to do. You should have a bit of an idea, right, of what you love. But you don't have to know exactly how you're going to do that. So many times, right, we can get overwhelmed all up in here and we forget to follow this. We forget to follow the heart way too often, right? We can focus and get worried on exactly how we're going to execute things and exactly how we're going to make a certain thing happen. But if that thing is meant to happen, if you're supposed to get that relationship, if you're supposed to get that job, if you're supposed to be doing that, you will flow there perfectly. But imagine saying this. Imagine saying, this is exactly how I'm going to do it, and anything else I'm not going to allow. Alright, and you're trying to make your way to that job, or you're trying to make your way to that relationship, right? And you're trying so hard, and you're actually not allowing it to work for you. Because understand that that vision of the relationship, that vision of the job, that vision of you doing what you love and traveling, all that really is a vibration, right? Because everything we perceive of, we are like converters, right? We are like channelers for the universe. The only reason I can see these trees and see this sky and perceive this camera is because everything in here matches my vibration. Likewise, I can only feel things that match the vibration that I'm tuned to, right? Because everything's energy. Everything's made of these small moving particles that are just flowing in waves everywhere, right? So I can only really perceive, you can only really perceive of those that you're already feeling inside of you. Sometimes I forget this, and when I forget this, I wonder why I'm feeling down. Then I remember to let go, and here's a mantra, something I like to say out to the universe. I let go, and anything that is meant to be for me will come naturally and flow with ease. Learn from the rivers. Learn from the oceans. They flow uncontrollably to the perfect source of water. They come from one place. They go through a perfect channel of water to a next lake. Be like that water. Be just flowing. Don't try to have some extra control. Because when you're trying to control every little thing of how your relationships, your jobs, and everything else should go in life, it's providing resistance. You have to naturally flow into what's meant for you. If it's not meant for you, it's probably not going to be. But don't try to make it be, because you'd be wasting your time, right? Just flow like the ocean. Be like the ocean. Magical things will happen if you be like the ocean. I promise. Like, if you just let go and go with the tide and the waves of life, wherever you feel drawn to, wherever your heart feels drawn to, whatever you love, go there without any fear. Don't be afraid to crash into some rocks. Water crashes into rocks all the time. It either goes over or around, but it gets to where it needs to be, right? Don't be afraid to all fall down, for that'll birth something new. Go with what feels in alignment with you. Don't overthink it. Just tune into your heart. If you can tune into your heart and have a moment's notice and just say, I'm gonna go on a hike right now. I'm gonna talk to this person right now. I'm gonna call up my aunt because I haven't talked to her in a while. And you do that for absolutely no reason except for it feels right. And you do that with everything. Or you start working on just letting yourself go with what feels right, what feels like it's meant for you. You build up momentum and you can actually make room and let in room for change. You can let in room when you just go with what's meant for you, for that to come to you, of which is actually meant for you. You don't have to know what you want. Just go with what feels right. Alright, for example, with my YouTube channel, I had all these visions of how it's going to make me super famous, and I'm going to be like this music producer that also does spiritual talks, that does like lectures, and I was going to talk about how to raise your vibration and all these things. Then, honestly, as I'm going with it, and I'm getting in front of the camera, I just find it feels right to just naturally talk. It feels right to film a video out of nature, and it didn't feel too right to do these tutorial walkthroughs of how to make music on this YouTube channel. At first I was trying to do that, then I asked, what does my heart really want? Well, actually, I don't want to be teaching people how to make music on YouTube. I want to be inspiring people to live their best lives on YouTube. That's what I do. Why did I drop out of university after 2 months? It wasn't in my greatest alignment. It didn't feel right. I didn't have to have a bunch of reasons in my mind and calculate all the pros and all the cons and all the costs and the time, and I didn't have to calculate all that stuff to just know that university at that time wasn't in my path. And my mom kind of told me, well, you should look at some new things to go do. So I searched it up. I was looking at paramedics. I was looking at nature ecology courses. And my mind, I was like, yeah, these all seem great. I can get this kind of job. I can do this kind of future if I learn these courses and I get educated. But then I had to ask my heart, I had to ask myself, am I really ready to go to school? Is that something I want to be doing? And again, I didn't calculate my future. I just felt it in the moment that, you know what? Maybe I'll go to school. I'm not saying I won't, not saying I will. But all I'm saying is right now, there's something else I have to be doing. And that is not school, right? It can be like that with anything. I actually just had to tell this girl that, we were talking, and we were actually both thinking at a point we were going to be committed in a relationship, and I had to tell her, like, look, this just doesn't feel right. It's not there between you and I. And I can't tell you every single reason why. I can just tell you I'm not feeling it. Go with your feeling. Flow like the ocean through this life. Take the path of less resistance. If you're on your current, everything's going to be easy for you. If you're on your own river and you're just sailing through it, best know that you're just going to easily be going to where that ocean leads. And where that river leads is beautiful. It's all just an experience. But don't try to control. Say you need to take up your canoe, take a little portage here, take a little turn up here, and then really take this shortcut and then go on all these different lake systems. Nah, dog. Nah, sister. You don't have to overthink this. Don't provide resistance. Why would you want to lift up your canoe, put it on your shoulder, walk on land, when you can just keep on going with the current? Oh, is there a waterfall in your way? Just brace. Honestly, loosen up and fall down that waterfall. You'll get to the bottom. There's going to be a new river. Alright. Yeah. That's all I really have to say today. If you keep on flowing like water, if you keep on flowing like the ocean, and if you keep on going with what feels right, you will 100% be joyful, be happy, because simply you're doing what you love right now. And isn't the whole thing of this life to be enjoying it right now? I mean, who even knows if I'm gonna be alive tomorrow, right? So I'd rather just stay on my current, stay on my river, keep on going. You can do the same if you want, because like it feels really good. When you're flowing with whatever feels right, you're not providing any resistance, and you're making all the room in the world for life to provide for you with abundance. Peace out. Namaste. And if you need some reinforcement for this, find your local river. Just watch how it flows. Look at how that creek flows. Just watch it. Just become one with it.